The first important event in Long Island's history happened around 20,000 years ago, long before any humans set foot there. It was a time in geological history known as the Wisconsin Glaciation, the so-called Ice Age. Glaciers had advanced from the north, covering all of Canada and parts of at least 24 states with ice. Geographically, Long Island is a very special place, because it marks the southernmost point of glacial advancement. As the glaciers advanced, they accumulated boulders, rocks, and earth and pushed this debris along. The point where they stopped advancing and began to melt is known as the terminal moraine, and Long Island has two of them, formed at different times. The younger Harbor Hill moraine, skirting along the northern coast of Long Island, and the Ronkonkoma moraine, running almost parallel but farther south. The locations of these terminal moraines are marked by the island's lines of hills, including Suffolk County's highest point, the 401-foot-high Janes Hill, also known as High Hill, part of the Ronkonkoma moraine in Melville, and Nassau's highest point, Harbor Hill in Roslyn, at 348 feet, part of the Harbor Hill moraine. But creating Long Island's hills was not the only effect of the glaciers. As the ice melted, streams of runoff water flowed south toward the Atlantic, bringing tons of fine sediment with it and forming a flat outwash plain, comprising most of southern Long Island and accounting for the existence of the Hempstead Plains and the southern beaches. When chunks of the front of the glaciers broke off, they formed depressions, what are known as kettle holes. Many of these filled with water and became kettle lakes or ponds. Many such water bodies are scattered across Long Island, the largest being Lake Ronkonkoma, 3/4 of a mile in diameter, and the 75-foot-deep Lake Success in the Nassau County village of the same name. In this chapter and throughout the book, we'll find out how the Ice Age's impact on Long Island's geography affected its development and allowed for some fascinating moments in history. Shelter Rock. During the last Ice Age, sometime between 10,000 and 20,000 years ago, an advancing glacier, let's call it Derrick, encountered a gigantic granite boulder in what is now Westchester County. Though the boulder was large, Derrick was much larger, and as he moved, he carried the boulder along with him several miles to the southeast, depositing it in what would become the town of North Hills on Nassau County's North Shore. Now, glaciers moving boulders was a frequent Ice Age occurrence, but this boulder is quite special. Known as Shelter Rock and marked by a sign, it is the largest boulder on Long Island and possibly the largest in New York State. At 5 million pounds, 1,800 tons, the so-called glacial erratic measures 55 feet high by 40 feet wide by 16 feet deep and is located a mere 40 feet off the southbound side of Shelter Rock Road, just south of Northern Boulevard, Route 25A.